start recording, because it's time. So, this should be chapter 17-ish. It is currently the 19th of January, 2019, and I have published episodes from last November currently, so we're well ahead of schedule.
You're a year late.
Well, like 2 months. But Demi, you had a message you wanted to give to our viewers, so if you
Yeah,
could please
from
proceed.
our latest sponsors. Are you rolling poorly during your game? Is your DM sending monsters that attack 10 times in a row? Do you need something to give you that slight saving grace? Fear not, fellow roleplayers, we've got what you need. Welcome to Easy Roller Dice. We can provide you with the best dice around, guaranteeing you to get those natural 20s to thwart your enemies. No longer do you have to be afraid of those pesky Elder Malkavians with clairvoyance. Start today and get a free set now.
Demi, I hear you can do the same with ordinary dice in a microwave or something. And now that we have had our word from our latest sponsor, Maxi, give me an intelligence occult roll at 9. Book knowledge applies.
Okay. With the extra dice from a cult library?
No, you're not researching this. This is something you might have stumbled across amongst
Okay,
your
so
other research.
8 dice at 9. Just out of interest, could I spend willpower on this if I wanted to?
Yes.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. So, one guaranteed success. Okay. I will give you a hint. Well, actually, 2 hints. Okay, the first one is that vampirism tends to be a very difficult to defeat thing. It's generally a curse that adapts and just sinks its claws into you down to your very soul. The second hint, however, is that you have heard mention that fairies have the ability to remake things down to their fundamental nature.
That's interesting.
Do with that as you will. Of course, obviously magics like that are probably extinct long time. But in any case, you have gathered after spreading rat poison and essentially trying to recover from the shock of what you discovered last night. And I believe you were getting ready to head out and try and handle the last thing you need to investigate for your current task.
Yup.
So, what is the game plan, gentlemen?
I'm trying to remember. The mission is basically somebody was asking around for occult stuff, right?
Yes, someone that could well be a vampire based on the description. So, effectively, it's the hostile challenge and greeting. Go meet the prince asshole or else.
Right, fair enough. Well, presumably these are reports, but is there the file that we got? Is there anybody like specifically mortal mentioned who said this or who found out? Like, do we actually have some names that we could,
You
go
have
and ask
a
about?
list effectively of shops that or institutions that.
Should we go check that out?
Yeah, definitely. I was about to suggest that.
Perfect then.
You also have contacts. I think Solomon has a contacts rating that includes a person in the field that you that you mentioned wanting to try and use for this potentially.
Actually, I'd like to ask one thing. Do we, are these shops like, are they down, like when we look at them on a map, are they connected somehow, like from top down, or are they in a specific area or something?
Um, they extend somewhat into the southern parts of Ventru and Malkavian territory. So they're probably in the south part of town, but it looks like they haven't gone beyond a certain distance into the town. So they've clearly been staying away from downtown from the reports you have gotten.
Okay.
So it looks like someone who doesn't want to be too noticed by the locals. Okay, so I take it then that the plan is to first visit the shops that have been visited.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
this.
that's reasonable.
Okay.
So we're taking Kirk's car because this is a meet and greet, right?
Presumably you could. I think all of you arrived in your own vehicles, so you can take pretty much anyone's. Or you can split up if you wish between two cars.
I don't know. Every time we've split up, the other group has gotten attacked. So
It's okay, this time I'm planning to ambush you. I mean, what?
I mean, we can spread more ground, and we've already taken up a lot of time, so maybe.
Keep in mind it's I'm gonna say something like 4 or 5 shops that are in your report. So it's not an impossibly long list. They're not compiling a whole library from scratch.
Uh, uh, Never. I was wondering if I could, like, see from the locations of where the shops are. Could I see if there's like a circle, an area of like influence that they've been going into?
They're not drawing a pentagram.
Aw.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm looking at like, are they like,
You're trying to figure out where their base of operations might be.
let's see here, like, or is it, or is it,
It's a little more like this, but that's about right.
yeah, okay, so. And are there any shops there that haven't been noted on the on that exist there but haven't been noted that he's visited yet?
It's a she, presumably of Hindu
Well,
appearance.
she.
Yeah. That sounds like that would be a perception finance or perception investigation or perception streetwise role, depending on how you went about knowing that, because I don't think you're familiar with every single occult-ish shop in the city.
Yeah, I'd be fine with rolling a perception investigation roll for that. Anyone want to help?
I'll help. I know some of these things.
I'm not that good. I have like an average amount of dials.
Okay, so we're gonna assume that effectively those of you who are not driving are googling stuff about the cult shops in the city to try and figure out where might be a good place to stake out.
I'll drive. I don't have any dice for searching.
Sure.
If that's okay.
So difficulty 6, I presume.
Well, does everyone have the Yeah, I'm gonna raise difficulty by +1 for you, Jackalor, because you are not versed in computers at all, presumably. So your Google foo is lacking.
Okay, that's fine.
Computers.
I'll up mine to difficulty 7 too, because I have no computer.
And you have no investigation, so you go way higher than that.
Fuck, I'm 8. Okay.
Oh no, honestly, Demi, just make me a perception finance at 7.
Nice.
I actually have computer, so I can roll at 6, right?
Yes, indeed.
I also have computer.
You're driving.
You're driving, you're not rolling.
I can do both.
Okay. Keegan,
Joke.
give me split between driving and searching.
Nah, I'm okay. Don't want to crash us into a tree that early.
Dasha. Something.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay, so who was leading this? Jackalor, I think, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, Jack.
I
so
believe
that's
so.
a
Yeah.
total of 4 successes the way we go with this. And, yeah, you're pretty sure there's like 2 shops that seem to be of a similar level of vague competence that they might have visited that aren't too far from there, that weren't specifically reported. Judging from the ones that they have visited, you're pretty sure that they are avoiding any ones that are too just shallow new age crap with no actual, substance to them.
Cool.
Do you wish to alter your path to go to those 2 first, or do you still wish to question the
We
ones?
should probably question one of the ones they haven't visited. They have visited first, and then go to see if compare notes to one they haven't visited and see if they have.
Okay. So, you drive on till you reach the general location, and kind of getting late in the night for the mortals, so first shop you visit is already closed. Last one seems like they're still open, but it's clear they're winding down for the night. Given that you spent a few hours faffing around tonight. But yeah, they're clearly still open. You can head on inside. Wish to go and talk to people.
I mean, I'll
Should
go.
I say we take just me and yeah, what's his
Solomon.
last name?
Sure.
Solomon. To do it. Do not, scare the shopkeeper crazy with like 5 people barging in. Well, 4 people barging in. No, 5 people barging in.
Kirk, are you okay?
No,
Are
I'm
you
not
have
okay.
Do you have some more correct this morning?
Fuck off.
don't provoke. You just go. It's yell in horrible pain if you need me to come in and shoot someone.
Sure.
Okay, get out and you head inside. You head towards the place. It's clear that this place does pander to more shallow sensibilities as well. The woman is definitely dressed in like a floor, like a black skirt that nearly reaches the floor. She has like 3 different occult symbols on different necklaces around her neck. She doesn't quite wear the hat, but yeah, no, those are definitely black lace gloves.
I actually want to keep my eyes out for anything that shouldn't be here like the Tremere books that I was selling, for example.
Okay. Titan Sense is on.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a perception awareness roll. At we'll say a 5 because this place has a lot of confusing smells and it's made to have that cluttered occult shop aesthetic. You know the one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh. We don't have a special. But give me an unlikely luck roll.
Law.
Guess not.
Doesn't seem like there's anything here that speaks out to you, but you do notice there are some books that actually 2 or 3 you have seen in the unrestricted sections of the Tremere Library as reference materials. So she has at least a few things that are actually usable in here.
Okay.
Okay, while Solomon is looking around, Jackalor, what do you do? Currently there's the two of you, the shopkeeper and like 2 other people in the shop. One is like a teenage girl that is looking through blank journals, trying to see how they feel, and one is like a middle-aged man that's trying to decide between 2 different candles, it seems. Jackalor? Okay.
Sorry, someone asked me to do something about I'd like to ask the shopkeeper, whoever she is, to uh how should I go about this, guys?
It depends. What do you want from her?
I mean, we could ask just. I don't want to be too on point because then she'll get suspicious and why I'm asking these things.
That's what Dominate is for, son.
Fair enough, yeah. Though I don't have Dominate 3 yet. So it could get very suspicious.
Just if you make it seem natural, it's not that suspicious.
Can I help you, gentlemen? Anything you need?
Oh, please.
What?
Wait, what? That's awkward.
If you want the black candles, they are over on that side, along with the more satanic stuff. I'm sorry, I don't mean to assume, but you're wearing that pale makeup and I'm...
Is she in love with it?
No, I'm more interested in the books.
Ah, the books, yes. Our library section is back there, towards the back. Let me know if you need any guidance. I don't know how experienced you are, but if you need some books for the beginners, I can certainly point some out. And just ask me if you need anything. We're gonna be open for another half an hour or so, so you have some time. What about your friend?
I assume Tragalo will come back at some point, right?
Jackler's a blessed man.
So, watching from the street, you see her launch into the spiel and try to You just see it happen. They seem mildly dumbfounded as she starts pointing things out.
I mean, can I make like small talk about the books or something?
Well, if you want to discuss the merits of what work she has, you can make a charisma academics roll. I'll let you do that.
At what difficulty?
At 6.
Does my specialty literature apply?
Not really. She would be more into mythology.
Makes sense. Oh, there's a life sign from maybe from Jackalope could also be a cat, I guess.
I think it's a stroke.
Oof.
Don't forget, you have friendly face.
Oh right, I need to re-roll that.
That should reduce you by what, -1, -2 for first interaction?
1, yeah.
Okay, then go ahead and apply your bonus and reroll. Okay. Yeah, you definitely managed to distract her. Oh, yeah, no. She asks you if you want to go to like a cafe after she closes down and talk some more.
Sure. Yeah.
So, how long have you been practicing the craft? You seem very knowledgeable.
Oh, for a while.
So, what kind of magic do you practice? Like, what's your direction? Ancient blood magic that feeds on all life. What do you?
I mean, it's a hermetic practice.
Ah, yes. Well, why don't you check these out? And well, actually, why don't you stick around after we close? I have a few books that I don't make available to just every amateur. I can show you the back section. Willing to wait another 20 minutes or so.
Oh, of course, I would love to.
Turns out it's a chantry. Die fucking vampire! Throws fireball! You're inside her sack, the paradox doesn't apply. Help! I mean, if you're selling to tourists and you have actually valuable books, you wouldn't be showing them to just anyone either. Solomon had the same thing. He had tested clients that he sold the really good stuff to. God damn it, Demi! That's what she offers Keegan.
Oof.
Jackalor, are you okay? You have... It seems that Solomon has managed to convince her to ignore you for the moment and has her thoroughly distracted. She's not even glancing at the counter. You could...
You're lighting up, Jackalo, but I
Yeah.
can't hear you at least.
Yeah. But if you wish to snoop, you have a pretty damn good window right now. Still lighting up, no sound. Try again. Still no.
So sad. Alexa, play my Audible collection.
Demi.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Yes.
If you wish to fix
That's
your
fine.
voice like Jackalord just did, check out our sponsor Skillshare.
I hate all of you.
So it's perception investigation to roll that, right? To see through her stuff.
yeah, you can actually give me dexterity investigation because you're trying to do this without attracting notice.
Yay, better dice pool. Actually, blood buff by 1.
Okay. All the eyes snap towards you as they sense a discharge of power. Wait, what?
That would be something, alright. Difficulty, you said?
Difficulty 6.
Woo.
Okay. Okay. It looks like she had a book of things that were ordered open. And there's a set of addresses in there along with items. And they seem to be noted. There's things, and like 3 addresses are highlighted. So it's kind of like she has ordinary stuff, and then she has stuff that is in some way special, and judging by the price tags, also somewhat more pricey.
Cool.
And yeah, with 3
Can I take a
successes,
picture with my phone
yeah,
of the stuff?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Give
Yes.
me a. Since you don't have computers, I'm gonna need a wits roll at 6 to not fuck it up in some way.
Don't take picture of that big thumb of yours.
I was
I mean,
thinking that exact
specialties,
thing,
I
Demi.
guess?
What's the specialty?
I'll check my notes because it's not in the front page anymore. Changes in strategy.
Won't apply. But you are able to get all of the addresses that she had open without attracting attention.
Woo! I turned off the flash.
Meanwhile, the technocracy is watching on its screen what you're doing and listening through the phone.
So this is where they have been storing all their secret machinations.
Hey,
I have a feeling it's in the place we visited before this.
the one that was already closed?
No, the one that had robots coming out of it.
Maybe this is the tradition space.
Exactly. They found the tradition's hideout.
The vampire you're looking for is long dead. Wait, what? Okay. And someone is still chatting to her, but it's another like minute and a half, 2 minutes before she excuses herself because one of the other lingering people is willing to make a purchase. The man has finally decided that he's gonna go with a 3rd candle. It looks like it's lemon scented.
Of course it is.
Solomon is still by the books if you wish to have a discreet word with him. She seems busy ringing up the purchase. Lemons. They are the devil's fruit. He's summoning a demon. Yeah, Solomon is, from your point of view, when she goes off to ring up the purchase, Kirk is there, standing as if nothing has happened with a far too innocent to your experienced eyes look on his face. Those of you on the street, of course, saw him just sort of, step nonchalantly up to the table, then sort of lean over, peer down, then just reach down, not looking at it. glance, aim the shot with his phone, snap a picture, casually put it back in, you know, all like, oh, I'm not doing anything kind of thing.
I'm just going to address Tasha and Bill. Do you think you learned that in lawyer school?
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's not a great lawyer, so I wouldn't know.
What the fuck happened between you two?
He was on my case when I beat the shit out of a guy with a wrench, and I got 3 years. He didn't try very hard,
Shit.
so he doesn't even remember. So
The fuck you beat the guy with the wrench for?
he was bothering my brother.
Oh. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not fair.
Fair enough. Lol.
I mean, somebody touch your kid once you beat them with a wrench.
Yeah,
Well,
no, Tasha
Wait, your
lived
brother
in a...
is your kid?
I think I'd use my fists, but
He would have killed the guy then.
Fair enough.
Oof.
Okay. So, do you wish to do anything else at this juncture, or do you wish to wait until the shop actually closes, for example?
Wait until everyone's gone and then rob her.
Well, Solomon did get an invitation to the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay for that.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that at some point, like, Kirk steps up next to him and you brief him in on what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it is gonna take another 15 minutes for the shop to close. No other patrons seem to wander in. It's still coldish outside, and it's kind of that wet cold that you get in spring when the snow is melting. Not that you get that much snow, but actually, yeah, in Texas, it's probably like that, like 10-15 degrees Celsius drizzle where it's really wet and miserable.
Reminds me of last night.
So, not a lot of people coming in this late. And eventually, it's just the two of you and her, and he's gonna close the door, flip it closed, and ask if is your friend gonna want to check out the books as well? I'm sorry, I don't know what your interests are, but I offered to show your friend here some books.
Yeah, he might. He can't leave without me anyway. We came in the same car.
Oh, are you together?
No, we're just on a trip.
I mean, it's okay if you are. I don't judge. Are you still wearing your wedding ring, Solomon?
Would I be wearing my wedding ring?
And is Kirk?
Oof.
I mean, I'll stay out of it.
Yeah, no, but are you wearing your wedding ring?
Am I wearing my what?
Wedding ring.
You're married, remember?
Oh. 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 Yes.
He doesn't notice or doesn't care.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Well, I take it you're not as into the magic as he is. She goes over to him and shows, here, you can leaf through this. It's a book on the basics. Just holds it out to Kirk.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Gonna start the library somewhere.
You know, that's not a gift. That's a, here, hold this while I fuck your friend.
Oh. No, I must have thought about buying it anyway.
Where is it?
Jackal, you don't want to start the cult library with this book. Other vampires will laugh at you.
Ah.
It's geared towards teenage girls, and it's about the beauty of the goddess of the moon and all that crap.
Oh.
It's so sugary that you think you're getting diabetes just looking at it.
You can give it to one of your daughters if you ever see that again.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it you know the kind of book I'm talking about. It's one
Oh
of
yes,
those.
I do.
And she leads you into the back, Solomon. Roll your Auspex rating for
Oh.
difficulty 6.
Someone's getting cut.
You're in no danger whatsoever. In the back, it's a lot less flowery. There's another desk here that seems to be probably for keeping track of inventory, and it's just utilitarian shelving. It looks like it's not real wood, it's probably like steel shelving, and some of them have books on them. A few of the books are actually in like plastic bags to protect them from interacting with the environment, kind of thing. And yeah, she's gonna lead you to one of the shelves and point out a couple of the books to you. Here, my dear boy, you can make a perception occult roll. Is Auspex running?
Yes.
Then the difficulty does go down to a 4. It should. Okay. Yeah. These, you have what, 2 in occult library?
Yes.
None of these are things that you don't have. You have either access to them yourself, or you have copies in the Chantry library. But they are books that are, actually usable to, among other things, hermetic blood sorcerers.
Oh.
And, moreover, there are labels on the shelving, and you notice a couple of empty spots where a pair of volumes you think were pretty decent. One is probably like a reference material on constellations and their effects on rituals. Another something like, I don't know, say, the herbs and their effects on rituals, like compendiums of some kind, and those spots are empty, as if they have been recently sold.
Yeah, I would ask about those.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually gonna want you to give me a charisma expression roll to just sort of maneuver past her reluctance to talk about other clients.
Does first meeting still apply?
Yes, it does. Okay. Well, Yeah, I had those for a while, but they were recently sold. I kinda have to look for new copies to keep them in stock. They are somewhat rare.
Yes. Huh. Huh.
She's meanwhile just very gingerly opening a book that's at least 50 years old and showing you the wonders of the second edition of this particular work.
What do we know about the woman again? The Hindi woman? Like,
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific.
like the chick we're looking for?
What about her?
How
You
much do we know about her appearance?
Generally, you know that she looks Hindi. She speaks clean English, but not completely unaccented, and definitely doesn't have a Texan accent. She looks pale for Hindi woman, which suggests she's a vampire. And you know that she has been looking through occult shops asking for things that are just rare enough to potentially attract attention, given that she's gone around a lot. But nothing that's, rare enough to be prescribed. So, good chance to fly under radar on a city that isn't on a constant war footing, for example,
Yeah.
So, all the signs of someone being careful as fuck while still getting certain things that might be useful to them if they were, for example, a magic user.
Okay, how to approach this? Um,
Mm-hmm.
I want to casually bring up that I heard that there's someone very knowledgeable from India visiting this town.
This town, Houston, capital of the state, major fucking metropolis.
And yeah, I mean, the world is small to us who are knowledgeable in the occult arts, of course.
Okay. You can make me another charisma expression roll, but this one is at a base of 7 because you're effectively trying to get more information on the same subject where you already made one roll. So effectively roll the same thing again.
God bless. It's a success.
Well, is that why you're here? I mean, yes, I met her, but I can't really talk about other clients, I'm sorry.
Not specifically why I'm here, I just heard in another store.
I'm not really comfortable sharing information about her. she kind of wanted to keep her dealings private, and I feel like I have to respect that.
Eh, of course, in this business, that's
I'm sure you understand.
yeah. I owned. I was selling antiquarian books a few sometime in the past myself, so I understand perfectly well.
It, if she comes by again, I can pass on a message if you wish.
Message.
This is where you offer to make her a Tremere in exchange for her help.
Am I even allowed to offer that?
Take a guess!
Don't know. What's a good message in case she comes back?
What is a good message in case she comes back? He already
Eh,
told his brother though.
Yeah, I
He
already
ain't
have
allowed to
it.
have a second.
Yeah, I'm not you. I'm not allowed to have like 3 guys.
I mean,
I'm
it
gonna.
if you suitably gag her or dominate her, then no one will hear her screams.
Aren't we alone in this building?
Exactly.
Uh.
Your
Oh, sorry. This
coterie is right outside. They'll intercept any cops. What's the chance of her knowing magic to fight you off with? Ah. Meanwhile, outside, you're watching Kirk's face slowly get more and more like, oh, what the fuck is this? As you see him leafing through a book.
Oof.
What the fuck?
Give me perception alertness rolls, everyone.
Alrighty. Difficulty?
7.
Oof.
Oh, mama.
Okay, Tasha can't quite make it out. Both of you see it clearly. On the cover is a teenage girl in a very skimpy black dress that's sitting in a meditative pose, hands raised upwards. One of them has a crescent moon and one of them has a full moon hovering above it. It's
That's
set,
not Twilight. No.
Crescent moon and?
and a full moon.
Oh.
She seems to be very pale in that, oh, look at me, I'm one with the skies kind of way. The title is something witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Only Demi can make out part of the title. Jackalor,
Mm-hmm.
you have in the past 5 minutes learned more about how some, at least, teenage girls think than you ever wanted to know.
Let's put this book down.
You see him put it down and slowly step away.
But was it a better love story than Twilight?
Jackalor, give me a willpower roll.
Anyway, give me a what?
Give me a willpower roll at 6. You see his eye just twitch as he short circuits, as he tries to superimpose what he saw there with Twilight, and his brain refuses.
So it wasn't the better lobster in Twilight. That's I can understand Kirk now.
It's like that two ideas try to meld that form of that holy abomination, your brain.
Anyway, can I look for actual occult books this time?
Give me a perception occult roll. I'm gonna say at how thorough scan do you wish to make?
I'll take as much time as I have, really.
Okay, so just see what you can find. So give me a roll. Okay.
Special. No, I don't have any specialties. This is perception.
You look through this, and yeah, there are a few books that could be useful. Most of it here is fluff, and it looks like the really valuable stuff that might actually be legit is in the back. But there's quite a few books here that are at least somewhat useful.
I mean, I'm not a Tremere, but I've heard studying occult stuff can be good for the ensemble too.
Okay,
Maybe.
you can definitely come back here during downtime as part of building up your library if you wish.
Yep, that's what I was planning.
Okay, then yeah, you make notes of what's available here. And as far as what Nyaxia asked, he stopped just short of the love spell section.
Aw.
He did not have the mental fortitude to reach that far. It's like staring into the abyss, it stares back. So, she showed you her books, and she's actually gonna, at this point, now that she thinks you're here to ask about her, if you wish to leave a message, you can, but she's really sorry, but she does have to close up, and essentially, it's time for you to leave. Fuck off, please.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you gonna leave a message?
Yes. And the message should be, your presence has not gone unnoticed.
Okay. Is that all?
I want to leave a business card with my phone number.
Does it have the House and Clan Tremere stamped on it?
Would that be a masquerade breach?
Yeah, probably.
No.
Depends on the interpretation, but it definitely makes it easier for people in the know to find you. Or identify you, I should say.
Yeah, I guess.
Probably not a good idea for them to identify you.
And it shouldn't be that obvious.
The technocrats see the phone number, see the symbol. Yes! Free reality deviant.
I mean, I'm not a reality deviant. I know how to use a computer.
Said the fire-throwing bloodsucker that runs over ferries.
You see, I'm hunting reality deviants.
You might be a tolerated deviant at that point. Because you're doing God's work. But eventually, yes. Solomon comes out the back. Kirk shakes off the look of horror from his face, and they both come out. And the store door gets locked behind them. Assume you get back to the car and compare information at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you guys find?
Actually, I will let you do it this way. You could still make it to one of the shops that, as far as you know, hasn't been visited before it closes. Because we're gonna say that that one has a slightly longer time before closing. Or you can go over everything you've discovered so far in detail and see if you can pull any other details together from what you know so far.
What do you guys think?
I mean, we can compare stuff later on. I think we should just catch this while we can and then compare later.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay.
Okay.
Vroom,
Um,
vroom.
This place seems to be more along the lines of the shop that Solomon ran. It's less new agey and more about antiques, except that this one is not purely books. It seems to be certain other cultural objects as well. You see some paintings, a few pieces of furniture in there, some silverware, things that presumably have a cult significance of some kind. And this is in the better part of town, so it gives off the vibe of pandering less to young idiots and more to rich idiots.
Lol.
And we're not hearing you, Jackalor. Nope,
Rest in peace.
he says. Please. Jackalor, are you trying to talk?
Hello.
Hello. We hear you.
Okay. So does it have powdered unicorn horn as well?
Not in the window, but you could ask. Solomon.
Yep.
Are your senses on?
Yes. This is kind of important after all.
Are you going inside?
I mean, do we want to do it like last time or? Okay, no answer. Yeah, so I guess.
I mean, up to you
Tasha
guys.
is gonna get out with you and she's just gonna actually head like to the nearest corner. So she's not sitting conspicuously in a car, because this place supposedly might still have them show up. Just like waves hand. Back soon.
Okay.
So who's going exactly? Like you said, Tasha was going.
She's essentially picking out a spot somewhere on the street where she can be less suspicious than just sitting in the car.
Okay. So assume it's me and Niaga.
Okay.
If anyone else wishes to get out of the car and look for an appropriate hiding spot, you may roll with Streetwise.
Might as well stretch my legs.
I'll stay in the car.
She's kind of leaning against the wall, like casually, like I'm in the hood. I'm just chilling. Except she's not in the hood, and she looks really suspicious. Bill does a good impression of like looking over like a transformer box or something. I don't know, or
I'm
a
gonna
fire
take out my-
escape or so. Yeah, like you're just that this is terribly unsafe. Like ding ding ding. Yeah, definitely rusted through.
take out my last smoke and smoke it.
Okay. You go inside, the two of you, and the bell jingles as you go in. You probably, both of you probably recognize this smell. It smells like culture. Mostly smells like dust and mothballs, actually, but it smells like culture to you.
I smile.
So, what was the roll's difficulty previously for perception awareness?
I think it was. You have made me roll at 5, so the base difficulty would have been 7.
Go ahead and roll at 5, because I remember you saying that Auspex was on for.
Yep.
Okay. Give me
Holy
a
fucking shit.
unlikely luck roll.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, the likelihood of finding a genuine object of magic even in a place like this is low. But yeah, you don't detect any real power coming from any of it. But a few of the older books you can see on display in what you presume is armored glass cases. A few of them have a few faint wisps of something coming off of them. Like once upon a time they might have been used for.
I mean, that's not bad.
The person that greets you is... the way he carries himself, if not his exact physical appearance, Kirk. It's like Solomon minus one lost daughter and 5 years. He has that same intellectual look on his face. A similarly, I'm a man of culture sweater. Rolls up his sleeves. Ah, gentlemen, how can I help you?
Is Chekalo still here? Is he gone again?
What? No, I'm not talking right now. But I guess I could talk. Oh, we were just coming around to browse a bit. We've been going to different places, checking out what we have. Well, the city
Are
has.
you looking for something in particular? I do have an extensive list of contacts, and if I don't have it in stock, I might be able to order it for you.
Mostly books for me.
Ah.
I'm not sure about
Yes, please, follow
Solomon
me.
here, but-
Our book section is over here. We have a range of works dating all the way back to Renaissance in the case of some volumes. We have both copies and original printings.
Ooh, how interesting. Tell me more.
He launches into a spiel. Someone you recognize
roll?
it. It's the, oh, I found someone who wants to look like a cultured man. Let me see what useless crap I can sell him spiel.
I want to counter it by pointing out all the good books I saw.
Now, I was wondering if I could roll manipulation expression to
This is for
distract
both of
him
you.
as well.
Ah, you want to distract him.
Yeah.
Okay, Solomon wanted to join in, at least at first, so I'm gonna want manipulation occult from both of you.
Manipulation is persuasive.
Mm-hmm. He's clearly thrown by you actually knowing your shit.
F.
Okay, so start talking to him, and Solomon you see you have short-circuited how he expected this to go, because this dude clearly knows his stuff, but you're a rich idiot, And you see him trying to recalculate as he sees the possibilities of a sale lessening.
Oof.
He seems to be distracted for the moment, Solomon. It looks like Kirk is trying to tie him down.
Okay. Is there any like what Kirk grabbed in the last shop?
You mean like a, yeah, he was behind the desk when you came in, and he came out from behind it. It looks like it might be an antique itself. It's like, he was standing. It's like a standing desk, and you could see like the top quarter of his body over it, because it has drawers on top of it as well. You'd have to go around the side, but presumably a lot of his records would be on there. It looks like his main operating space.
Yeah, if he's distracted, I could take a look.
Yeah, if you wish, you can make a dexterity investigations roll. And this will be reduced by -1 for your aspects.
Okay, so how much time do I have to bloodbath?
Since this is a quick look, I'm gonna say that you can manage like 2 turns without risking making this harder by wasting time.
Do that because my dexterity just isn't very good at base.
Effectively, you are kind of in a situation where you don't know how long you have. Okay? Yeah. You don't even bother faffing around with it. Oh, look, he has books. Casually lever that open. Last 3 pages. Snap, picture, picture, picture. Check through it later. Don't waste any time. Yeah, you glance in Solomon's direction. One moment, phone out, snapping something at table. Next, standing by the table, smiling and nodding. So, this piece, I know it's a bit pricier, but the illustrations, the illumination, see, these parts there, they are hand crafted. That is actual gold leaf.
Would it be a perception finance roll to see if it's actually real?
You can make me a perception finance roll to see if he's trying to cheat you. Difficulty 6.
Is it real?
Looks real-ish, and he's, from other subtle clues, you think he's not trying to screw you as hard as he was. But he's still treating you as he's treating you as someone who's looking for these books more as a way to impress your, say, business partners than as someone who actually wants the knowledge in them.
I mean, would what would it be an intelligence politics role to know if other vampires would be impressed with it, or at a high difficulty or something, since I'm a fledgling?
Yeah, give me an intelligence politics roll.
At 6 or
At 6.
Analytical applies, or
It would. You think that this is actually not a bad idea because you remember seeing display cases in the prince's office, and some of those look like they were probably given as gifts. It might be one of the ways this city tries to impress the prince.
yeah, I'll take it. I think.
Jack Lord, the book is like 2,500.
What? $300?
2,500. It's a priceless
Oh.
piece from the 18th century.
Fair enough.
Like I said, handcrafted gold leaf.
Yeah, you're right. It's I probably should have expected that.
I love them. He's just laughter. Actually, I'm sorry, sir. You can't afford that. Oof.
Uh, hmm.
Well, actually, you could afford it, but it would hurt your resource rating until the next downtime was over.
Which would be bad for creating a library.
Potentially, yes, it would at the very least reduce the use you could get out of your resource for that. But you could afford a purchase like this. In theory, it would just be big enough for you to notice it. Yeah, you haven't pulled your
I'll
resource.
consider
You're
it.
all...
I'll consider it. It's a bit high for a price, but definitely consider it.
You see him recalculate. Well, we have some lovely works from the Victorian era that are still beautiful and somewhat less pricey, sir. Please step this way. What
So
did the
I guess
prince
I'll
give
follow
you?
him.
I think it was something like 10% out of 200k, so you got like 15 or 20,000 total, I think. It was a big chunk all in one go, but you know, it wasn't an insane amount.
Yeah, we'd have to invest it or something first.
The funny thing is, for me,
I feel like I'm being silently judged by Jackalor's family, who are just rating me on my performance right now in the background.
I don't think they're judging you.
Okay. Solomon, it seems like the man is still being distracted. Apparently, something beautiful books. It looks like Kirk might be falling for the sales pitch.
I mean, how bad does it look?
If it was you selling, you would judge it as requires work, not there yet, could talk him into it. Not on the hook, essentially, but could get there.
Okay, so I don't have to save yet.
Roll your Auspex rating, by the way, Nancy.
Difficulty 6 or
Yep.
higher?
I'll adjust it if I need to.
Ooh.
You sense immediate danger.
No immediate, he says.
Oof.
But yeah, effectively, this is taking a moment to look around. Kind
Yeah.
of the same tier and general area of businessman that you were. Actually, how does it feel for Solomon to come face to face with what his life used to be?
I mean, it was nostalgic at first.
And then you realized people like you are still shit.
I mean, it's a little depressing.
Demi, roll me a
Sup?
luck die for Tasha.
For Tasha, wow. Watch this guy. Wow.
Okay, you are chilling, mostly watching the shop, and when you look over, Tasha is talking to two police officers.
I'm watching it. I'm watching Tasha now. This is
Oh
gonna be
God,
more
what she get
interesting.
into?
This is gonna get interesting.
One of them gently takes her by the shoulder. She just shrugs him off, like, "Get off me, you fucking asshole." It seems to be escalating.
Oh God.
I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna keep watching until next escalation happens.
I'm just gonna slowly walk over there.
Okay, give me a perception alertness roll, Keegan. Okay. It's it seems to be mid-conversation, and she's saying something about, "I'm not doing anything wrong. What the fuck, dude? Get the fuck away from me!" And they're like, Miss, please step with us." It seems heated.
Hey, Steph, long time no see. What's going on?
Sir, please stay right there.
What's the issue here?
Ma'am, have you had any alcohol tonight? You're acting irrational. So, I think I'm gonna make a wit self-control roll for Tasha in general. See how well she's handling it. Okay, pretty good. No, I'm not drunk. I'm just waiting for someone. Ma'am, do you know that it's about 15 minutes to midnight right now? Yes, I'm aware of it. Thank you. I do have a clock on my phone. Sir, is she waiting for you? Were you supposed to meet here?
No, I was just walking by. I'm a old acquaintance of hers. Um, I can look after for her. I can look after her for a while if you guys want. I'm gonna use awe to,
Ooh. Go ahead and roll for awe then. Charisma performance at 7 and spend
and
the
I'm gonna
blood
try
point.
to get them to just get out of here. Okay, let me charisma performance.
At
Difficulty
7. Yep. And a blood point. Lowest willpower gets hit first. That can see
Son of a
him.
bitch.
So that's enough for, I think, 3 people. Demi, what's your current willpower?
2.
Okay, so Demi and the 2 police officers get hit. As Bill suddenly becomes supernaturally magnetic, a figure out of like out of a poster about hard work, letting you achieve the American dream. You can practically see the, flag unfurled behind him as he just stands there facing down the, fucking police officers.
God damn it.
Okay. Give me a charisma streetwise roll or charisma leadership, whichever is higher, Keegan. At difficulty
Right.
3.
Oof.
Okay.
I also have smooth talker.
Okay. Apply. Okay, well, sir, please keep an eye on her. We don't want anyone disrupting the peace.
All right, I'll make sure she doesn't cause any trouble. I'll just put a shoulder around her. I put my hand around her shoulder very slowly.
You feel that just the high frequency tremble in her muscles. You can feel how much she wants to leap at these fucks.
Oof.
And yeah, they keep glancing back at you, but the police officers walk off while Tasha just sees next to you. Racist fucks.
Does that happen a lot?
Sometimes.
Just
Bags.
don't think about it too much.
Okay, crisis averted.
Whew.
As you can see, sir, this book has some interesting illustrations that depict the Victorian attitude towards certain, shall we say, well, I'm sure you can understand from the pictures what I'm referring to. You'll notice that most of the clothing is still on, as can be the case in that era.
Oh, most intriguing. Please do go on.
Okay. Jackalor, give me a with self-control roll. At 6. Solomon, you think he's in trouble? He's getting really interested.
Oof. I want to slip out the store and call him on his phone.
Okay, Jackalor, as you're looking over the book and thinking about what a good conversation starter it would be with Toreador, your phone rings.
I pick it up. Kirk Jacobs?
It's me.
Nice one.
Oh, are we done here? Or...
I think so. I don't recommend buying, by the way.
That's just too bad. It seems we'll have to go. It's getting pretty late.
Oh, well, please take my card, sir, in case you change your mind. I can set
Oh,
this
of
aside
course.
for you
I'll
if you
definitely
wish.
come back here someday.
Out the door! Quick escape! Abort!
Ugh.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a sales pitch. Okay, it looks like Bill is currently holding on to Tasha. Tasha seems pissed. And Solomon is giving you kind of a look you can't really interpret currently. And presumably, you have whatever Solomon decided to pick up while you distracted this time. Keegan, please don't.
Lol.
Okay. I think this could be a good spot to take a break. Because I could use 5 minutes. And then we can go over what you managed to put together if you wish to go through what you've gathered so far.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, then do just that. We'll be back in a few.